All right, guys, this is part 2 of math notes for lesson 19, module 2. We're working on long division. Backside of your math notes, I have 3 long division problems. We're going to go through all of these together before you guys work on your assignment. I want to talk to you about your assignment in a little bit here. Going ahead and getting started, the first rule or the first step that we need to do when we're solving long division problems is we need to write the divisor outside of the house. Okay, so my divisor in this case is 60. 60 is going to go out. Oops, I'm going to turn my pen on. 60 needs to go outside of the house. And the dividend, 430, needs to go inside the house. So I'm going to do that in a different color just so we can see it a little better. 430. Okay. Now what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to figure out how many times this divisor can go into each digit of my dividend, if it can go into those digits at all. So starting off looking at 60. Can 60 go into 4? No, it can't. So I'm going to put an X or a 0 on top of my 4. It cannot go into 4. Okay, let's go to the next digit. Can 60 go into 43? No, it can't. It's too small. So I'm going to do another X or another 0 on top of my 3. It cannot go into 43. So let's go over to the third digit, 430. How many times can 60 go into 430? Well, this is where that basic division facts that we worked on in the last 2 lessons come in handy, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be able to say, oh, well, I know 60 can go into 420 because 6 can go into 42. Well, 6 can go into 42 7 times, so I'm assuming 60 can go into 437 times as well. So I know 6 times 7 is 42. Add another 0 because it's 60. So now I have 430 minus 420. Now 430 minus 420 is just going to get me 10. So my answer is my quotient is going to be 7, remainder 10. And the reason why I know I'm all done is because 10 is smaller than my divisor. Once I get an answer in the house that's smaller than my divisor and there's nothing left up top by my dividend to bring down, I'm all done. Now to check my work, I'm going to multiply my divisor by my quotient, add my remainder. So I'm going to do 60 times 7 plus 10. So I'm going to go over here in the corner, 60 times 7. Again, this is just checking to see if I'm correct. Well, 7 times 0 is 0. 7 times 6 is 42. So I've multiplied my divisor by my quotient. Now I've got to add my remainder. Add 10. Well, 420 plus 10 is going to get me 430. And that checks true with my original dividend. So my overall quotient, my overall final answer is going to be 7, remainder 10. I'm going to go ahead and circle my answer right there. 7, remainder 10. There we go. All right, scrolling down for number 3. Again, if I'm going too fast for you, please just pause the video. I do not want to go too fast for you on this. This can be tricky stuff, so take your time and slow down if you need to. All right, number 2. My dividend is always going to go inside the house, so I have 5. Oops, let me turn my pen on. I've got 572 divided by 90. My divisor goes outside of my house. Can 90 go into 5? No, it cannot. It's too small. So I'm going to put a 0 or an X on top of my 5. Can 90 go into 57? No, it can't. It's too small. So I'm going to put a 0 or an X on top of my 57. Now I have 90 can go into 572. Well, I know 9 times 6 is 54. If I add a 0, I get 540. So I'm going to say 90 can go into 572 6 times. 6 times 9 is 54. add a 0 because it's 90, not just 9. So now I'm going to do some subtraction here. 2 minus 0 is 2. 7 minus 4 is 3. 5 minus 5 is 0. So now that my answer inside of my house is smaller than my divisor, that is going to be my remainder. It's going to be 6 remainder 32. Now to check my work, I'm going to multiply my 90 by my quotient, add my remainder. And if I get my original dividend, then my answer is correct. So I'm going to do 90 times 6. Oops, kind of a sloppy 6 there. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 9 is 54. So I have 540. Add 32. I know 2 plus 0 is 2. 4 plus 3 is 7. Bring the 5 down. It checks out to be the same as my original dividend. So my overall answer, again, is going to be 6 remainder 32. Okay, circle that answer there. All right, moving on to number 3. Again, if I'm going too fast, please, please, please slow down, pause the video, rewind it, or message me questions. That's what I'm here for. Now I have 41 divided by 30. 30 is going to go outside. Oops, turn my pen on. 30 is going to go outside of my house. 41 is going to go inside my house. Okay. Can 30 go into 4? No, it cannot. So I'm going to put an X or a 0 on top of my 4. Can 30 go into 41? Yes, it can, but only one time. Because if it's 2 times, then that's 60, and that's too big. I can't go over that number. 30 times 1 is 30. So I'm going to subtract 30. Okay. Now I'm going to do some subtraction. 1 minus 0 is 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. Now that this remainder inside my house is smaller than my divisor, that means my remainder is correct, which is 1 remainder 11. To check my work, I need to multiply my divisor by my quotient, add my remainder. So 30 times 1, well, 30 times 1 is just 30. Add 11, you have to add that remainder. 30 plus 11 is going to be 1, is 41, which is my original dividend. So that tells me my final quotient is going to be 1 remainder 11 because my check came out okay. All right. So that is your guys' work or your math notes. That is your math notes for this lesson. It is a lot. Long division is not easy. If you need to go back and rewatch any of the video content, please go ahead and do that. Okay. I want to show you what I'm going to have you guys do for your assignment today. So I'm going to add your guys' exit ticket. And I did it a little differently than what I have in the past. Oops, let's see here. So let me pull it up. I haven't attached it just yet. Let's see. Module 2, lesson 19. Lesson 19. Exit ticket. See what we can find. There we go. Okay, so when you click on this, this is going to be your exit ticket for today. It's a little different. You're going to be using your mouse to kind of do what I did here, and you're going to write on the computer for your exit ticket. And if you'd rather do this on pen and paper and send me a picture of it, you're welcome to do that too. But you're going to be using Google Drawings. So you're going to click on your exit ticket. And I've created 2 problems for you. I have 73 divided by 20 and 291 divided by 30. To work on answering this, you are going to click the drop-down arrow and you're going to click Scribble. Okay? Once you've clicked Scribble, you can use this as like a whiteboard marker. You can go ahead and draw on here. You can do your math on here. So 20 cannot go into 7, so I'm going to put a 0 or an X. Can 20 go into 73? Yes, it can go in there 3 times. Okay? You're going to go ahead and use that scribble tool. Again, drop down, scribble. You're going to work on your work on here, and then you're going to turn your assignment into me. A little different than normal. If you would rather just copy these down and work on them on paper and pencil and send me a picture of it, that's fine too. All right, guys. Too many yawns from me. I'm not quite sure if I had enough coffee. If you have any questions, please don't be afraid to reach out. This is hard stuff. All right, take care, guys.